What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of 4th and 15. I am Mel. Thank you all for joining us. And we are live once again from the Golden Tavern here on East 222nd and Euclid. And I'm joined once again by my boy, new member to the club, Jacob. Jacob, what's happening, baby?
What's up with you, man? Appreciate you having me.
All right, so got a lot to talk about, but not a lot to talk about. Once again, from live from the Golden Tavern, it's opening night in the NBA. But before
Excited.
we get into that, like I said, got a lot to talk about, but not a lot to talk about. The World Series is set. Blue Jays versus Dodgers. I got to be honest with you. I'm not really sold on this World Series. I was
Yeah.
really banking on the Mariners to make it, but they didn't. So right here, right now, who takes the World Series?
It's hard to go against the Dodgers. It's just really hard to say that. It's really hard to just to bet against the Dodgers. I don't think it would be smart as a betting man to go put Toronto as your winner. I mean, they probably. I mean, Toronto could win, but I just don't see it happening. I mean, it could be the same thing as last year where they just go out there and just have a cakewalk like it was the Yankees last year.
Well, here's my thing. Here's what worries me about this World Series. The Blue Jays actually have a decent batting lineup. Vlad Jr.,
George
he's
Springer's.
Bruce Springer.
Yeah.
They're the two catalysts of their offense. How do you go against that? Like, I know Otani's gonna probably be at the mound at least once or twice, but when he's not up there, how do you combat Vlad Jr. and Brusinger?
That was one thought I had in my head also too. The the bullpen. I'm sorry, I had a brain fart. The bullpen for the Dodgers this year ain't as strong as it was last year, so that definitely can play a role in this World Series. Because, like you just said, Toronto has an excellent batting lineup. They, as you saw, they was losing to Seattle in that Game 7, and then George Springer sent it off with a three-run home run to take the
Man,
lead.
don't remind
It
me.
was epic.
Okay, so you're saying Dodgers. I honestly can't go against that. I gotta go. I'm gonna say this one goes down to the wire. I'm gonna say Dodgers in seven.
Yeah, I think it'll be more games than what it was last year versus the Yankees. 'Cause the Yankees bullpen has been bad, but
And that's the crazy part, man. The Yankees spend so much money on bats, but back in the day, they used to spend money on bullpen.
they don't.
The bats were already there. They spent money on bullpen.
Yeah, the Yankees bullpen was kind of horrific this year. Not kind of, pretty horrific this year, and just in my opinion.
Okay, fair enough. So we're both in agreement. You
And
know,
I definitely agree. I don't know if it's gonna go to 7, but definitely like
I think this could
six, 7.
if the
Yeah,
bats for the Blue Jays can hold up, I definitely say seven.
I can see that. I can see it. I think it's gonna be more interesting than last year. And the Dodgers are just really hot because honestly, in my opinion, I thought the Dodgers were going to get eliminated by the Brewers. The Brewers all season long had the Dodgers
Yeah,
number
they
the
did.
whole year, and it just looked like the Brewers' year. The Brewers been hitting good.
That
They've
would
been
have been too
playing
much
good.
like right.
Like the Brewers would just look like the team to win. Look for destiny for them, and then they go out and get swept by the Dodgers. It's just
Baseball, playoff baseball, and regular season baseball, two different things.
100%. That proves it right there. I never would have thought out of all teams, the Brewers would have got swept. I wouldn't have been surprised if the Dodgers would have won the series, but the way they won it, how easily it was, definitely did surprise me. Especially the way that they was able to pitch against that Milwaukee team. That Milwaukee team is a team that can score a lot of runs, and
Yeah,
just in that duration of the series, they just didn't score that much
the
runs.
Brewers. For those that are not in the know, the Brewers, believe it or not, one of the highest scoring teams in the major leagues this year,
Yeah,
averaging 5 runs a game, and in some instances averaging 7 runs a game, which is a lot.
I remember one game they put up like I think 17 versus Philadelphia. It was They 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 put up a lot of numbers every game.
Yeah,
A lot of sports bettors will tell you they love taking them on the overs, their team overs.
yeah. So I'm literally at the point where I can't go against you. I have to agree.
All right,
I
so
have
we
to
both
agree.
agree. a good series, better than last year's World Series.
Hopefully better than
But
last year.
but Dodgers is gonna take the money outright. But listen, just because I take the Dodgers, don't mean I wouldn't cheer for Toronto in a Game 7. If it goes down to Game 7, I hope I'm wrong, because
If it
I always cheer for the underdogs.
if it goes to game 7, my
Anything can
money is
happen.
still on the Dodgers. However, if I'm if I'm the Dodgers in a game 7 against a lineup with Springer, with Vlad Jr., and you've seen Vlad Sr., so that would scare me a little bit because now we're at the wire and we couldn't finish it. Yeah,
Yeah,
and all it takes, literally, Springer, 3-run home run, all it takes is one good hit,
it
and
does.
this game turns around. All right, talking points for tonight. As we see our Cavs and Knicks starting. Talking points for tonight, NCAA, NFL. We're going to start off with the NFL. And I got to go with this week's slate of games. Vikings play the Chargers, Browns play the Patriots, Steelers and Packers. I'm still mad about the Super Bowl from '08, from 10 actually.
You want to do NFL first
Yeah,
before college football? Okay.
yeah, for college football. But it's a reason I want to do it before
And
college football.
I wanna do something with you towards the end. I want to do something like we both give our 5 picks. You right? And we're gonna give each other a tally record. We're gonna come back and see who had a better record between
Oh,
college
yeah, that's
football
gonna be
and
me.
NFL.
That's gonna be me
All
all
right,
day.
we're gonna see. We got it on the chat. We're
All
gonna see
right, yeah,
chat.
all right, man. Okay, so here we go. Um, let's start off with the obvious: Browns versus Patriots. Both teams coming off of wins per se. What are you expecting the Browns to do this week as opposed to the past 7 weeks?
Honestly, I haven't checked the lines on this game, but if you ask me, I think this is a good spot for the Browns. This is a decent New England team. They've been winning games because they have a favorable schedule right now. But I think the Browns can go into Gillette Stadium and beat them this year. And as far as what they can do differently, do what they did last week defensively, because you can play defense like that. There's no way you can lose a football game.
Gillette Stadium is a hard place to go into and win. We all know that. But what I can say
It's a one
is,
o'clock game though, so I don't.
I mean, it's awful hard to see the Patriots playing a 7 o'clock game or a 4 o'clock game. However, what I'm gonna say about this game is I expect last week to transition for the Browns into this week. What I mean by that is I expect more running of the ball. Keep the ball out of Drake May's hands. As you can see, Drake May's been tearing it up. You don't want that, even though you have a good defense. You don't want that problem, especially with your offense not being where you thought it would be. Yes, Dylan Gabriel, great game manager as of right now. However, he's still a rookie. The mistakes are still going to be there, and you got to figure it out and help him win this game.
Yeah, offensively for the Browns, I believe they need to instantly let it be known that they can run the excuse me, be able to run the ball with Quinshawn Junkins. I think it's important from the start of the game. They established a run game with them for it sets up easy open plays for Dylan Gabriel to hit open receivers and lay the ball on him good. Because if you watch Dylan Gabriel play, he's not really good when he needs to throw the ball. When you need to throw the ball, you have to be a really talented QB.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying you can't do it, but pushing the ball up the field and being able to do that all the time isn't for everybody. And like you said, I think he's a great game manager. So one way to keep a great game manager and make him look great is to establish a great run game, and then you can get your receivers open downfield. A little bit of the 49ers a couple years ago, and they had a debate about Mac Jones and Brock Purdy, and Brock Purdy's not a star player. I know you remember that.
Yeah.
And it's looking like it's kind of true because when you be able to establish a run game and you have a good defense, and your quarterback doesn't have to be a superstar. You're a professional athlete. You're a pro quarterback. You've been doing this your whole life. You can be able to hit that slant route, the 10-yard hitch, the post right there. You know, if you, I'm not saying that's the recipe to win a Super Bowl, but as for this season, to make this a better season for the Browns, I think that's what they need to do offensively: establish the run game and they need to really focus on the run
Right.
most of all, and not have Dylan Gabriel throw 54 passes.
Exactly. So we're both in agreement. The run game has to be something of substance
Yeah.
for this game to be in the Browns' favor. Defensively, what needs to happen? Because obviously, me personally, you got to put pressure on Drake May, and it's got to be controlled pressure. Because yes, Drake May is not the most mobile quarterback, but he has been able to make plays with his feet if he needs to. So if I'm Stefanski, if I'm Jim Schwartz, I want to put as much confusion in his head as possible because Drake May, we've seen it. Confusion is not his best friend. I'm not saying he can't play a like battle out of that, but when he's in a situation where he sees multiple looks, multiple defenders coming from different directions, it does cause a problem for him. He likes to think on his feet, and that doesn't help.
Yeah, that also can help the Browns because you got a lot of veteran defensive players, not old but veteran because they've been in the league for a little bit now. You got some veteran defensive players in the NFL now, opposed to a young quarterback. So I think that's good to give a young quarterback multiple different looks with great players. It's not like you're giving them multiple different looks with the Titans defense.
Right.
You're giving them multiple different looks with Miles Garrett, Mason Graham, Graham Delpit, all these terrific defensive players. You're confusing them with these great defensive players, and I bet them great defensive players can make it even more confusing. Because when you're a great defensive player, you can do certain things to fool the quarterback.
All right. Final prediction: Browns or Patriots? Who you going with?
I mean, I really do want to pick the Browns. I'm gonna pick the Browns. I'm gonna get the Browns. I'm gonna take the Browns.
I'm thinking
I
this.
think I think it's gonna be a low scoring game, and Browns fine. Just they, I don't know if offense does it, but I know defense can possibly
If
handle it.
defense can ride that momentum into the next game, I'm going with the Browns.
If Patriots score over 20 points, I don't got the Browns.
We'll see. So I'm going Browns. I
I'm
got
going
faith in
Browns
them.
too, but if Patriots score over 20, I'll change my pick.
Okay. All right, we got it on tape. So, all right, next game, rematch of Super Bowl. I think it was 40 something. Packers Steelers. I am not a fan of Jordan Love, just because when he's under pressure, it's been bad. And the Packers are 4-1-1. How do you tie in the NFL? I will never know, but they do have one on their record. Steelers are 4-2 after losing to the fucking Bengals. Yes, I am a Steelers fan. I don't care. Don't judge me. But do the Steelers do the Steelers bounce back from this game defensively? Because Jamar Chase, straight T. Higgins torched them last week with the old Joe Flacco.
I got some bad news for you. I think they get torched again in this game. I don't think it's
Boy,
relatively close in this game.
boy.
I think Jordan Love's gonna actually prove you wrong. I don't have a problem with Jordan Love. I don't think he's the player they need to be a Super Bowl champion yet. But they're definitely on their way to contendership over there in Green Bay, 100%.
I'm not sold. I'm not. I'm just
You
gonna
got the
sit
good
here.
defense. You're all you gotta do is play right at the right
I'm
time.
not so. I'm not. It's not that I'm not sold on the Packers. I'm not sold on Jordan Love.
Ooh, I don't know. I mean,
He's looked good. He has looked good. But again, when you put him in bad situations, it's been bad. As we see the Cavs, you know, they have the lead right now, or it looks like they have the lead. I can't see that
no,
far.
the
My
Cavs
eyes
are
is
down by
bad.
4.
Okay, so they're down by 4 against the Knicks. Game just started, but I'm not so. I think this is a bounce back game defensively for the Steelers. I'm going with the Steelers. I don't care. I'm riding with that pick.
That's emotional betting, guys.
That is not emotional
If you're
betting.
a sports bettor out there, never emotional bet. Don't never bet on your team.
Lucky, good
Never bet on your favorite
shows
team.
what you know. I don't bet. Go.
I don't bet on these guys right here. I don't. You know why? Because then you'll play the Broncos and
You
have a
fired.
20-point lead and lose.
You fired. You fired. All right. Next game: Jets versus Bengals. Jets are over. Bengals coming off the win against the Steelers. Which uh, Bengals are still, they're rolling with Flacco. I I gotta go to Bengals. The Jets have too many problems on offense. They just kicked Fields off. They voted Fields off the island. I I literally gotta go with I gotta go with the Bengals. They have the hot hand in Flacco right now.
Yeah, I also go to the Bengals in this situation right here. I think the Bengals could win this game, but if it's a low-scoring game, I think the Jets could win this game. If it's low-scoring, but if it gets to like 20 points, 25 points, the Jets just can't score much. But the Jets have a good defense to combat that. So if the Jets defense is able to hold Jamar Chase and T Higgins and Joe Burrow to like under 17 points, this game could be a toss-up, honestly. But
But
I
that's
don't
the
think that's
problem
I
with
don't think
that. You
that's gonna
gotta
happen though.
hold them. And we saw what happened last week. They went off for 33 points. That's a that's a big jump from having
You never,
Browning at
you never,
quarterback
you
to
never,
Flacco
you
at
never
quarterback.
saw Joe Flacco play with them yet, so you got a week of preparation against that now. I mean, it's not really hard when you got T Higgins and
Exactly.
T Higgins and Jamar Chase. I mean, I'm not saying I can go out there and do it, but I know as an NFL vet like Joe Flacco,
He
he's
made
loving
it
it.
work.
He's gonna be able to make it work because it's like a 20-year vet. He's 40 years old. He don't have to do too much. You just gotta. He got the best. He got two of the top 10 receivers in the NFL. He don't have no reason to to have to even think about nothing. Just throw it up to Jamar Chase.
Yeah. So I'm going with the Bengals. You say the Jets if it's a low scoring game.
No, I got the Bengals because I just don't see the Jets holding them under 20.
I
But
don't either. Especially
I'm
after
just saying if
last
it's
week.
low scoring, I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets won.
I would be. All right. Bears versus Ravens. Bears coming off a win. Ravens still struggling. Is this
No
the
Lamar Jackson.
is this the everybody's figured out the Ravens offense?
No, I mean there've been no Lamar Jackson. I don't think he's gonna. I think he's gonna sit the rest of this year out probably because how bad the team is. I mean, I just they have been horrible without him. They're so bad without him. I don't even think with him they'll be that good.
You got to remember though, the Ravens were picked to win the division this year.
They were, and now they're last.
Yeah. Who would have thought that?
Over it. I mean, it's an injury. It sucks that injuries happen. I wish injuries weren't a thing, but
Unfortunately,
they're
they
playing
are.
they're playing so bad to the point where Lamar Jackson doesn't play defense. So like they're playing like the whole team's playing bad to a point where I'm starting to think like even if Lamar did play, they might not have a great record. They might have a losing or a little bit above 500 record. Honestly,
Yeah,
that's how bad of a team they're showing.
but
But
this game is in Baltimore, so give me the Bears, even though it's on the road. Give me the
I
Bears.
got the Bears too.
So we're in agreement with
Unfortunately,
that.
I got the Bears.
Dolphins versus Falcons. The Falcons got to find their identity. Got to find some way to be, you know,
They're about two
productive
three.
on
They're
offense.
2 3 years behind. This team's an upcoming team. They're gonna be good in the future. They're building something, but like you said, they have to find their identity. 100% has to find their identity. They establish they can run the ball good. They uh, they're just young. I think. I like the Falcons, and I especially like them in this game. They're 100% gonna win this game.
Uh, DCYC Side Media says the Jets. This is the Jets bounce back game.
That's what I'm saying. Like if the defense is able to play good, I don't see why the Jets will lose this game.
I can't say I agree with that. The Jets are terrible on offense. Again, they just voted Fields off the island for Tyrod Taylor. And I said it last week. We didn't even know Tyrod was still in the league
No, that is true, but you never know. Tyrod Taylor came to the Browns one time, won a couple of games.
and won a couple games.
No,
He did.
right.
He
So
did.
he gonna go out there and actually, I'm changing my pick to the Jets. Why not? See, yeah, he influenced me. Yeah, give me the Jets money line. Yeah,
All right, so back to the Dolphins Falcons. My money's on the Falcons. The defense is
I
better than
got the
people give
Falcons.
it credit for.
Really good defense.
Tua has really been struggling against aggressive defenses.
I think he's gonna get benched, or I think he is benched. One of the two.
We'll look that up during the commercial when we get there. But I'm going with the Falcons. So Rico, we not putting you on watch list today this weekend. You getting you a dub hopefully.
Yeah, I got the Falcons too.
Bills and Panthers. Bills struggling, even though they're 4-2, they're struggling on offense.
Hmm.
But it's Josh Allen. Josh Allen is a great leader of the team. He's got great composure. The Panthers, who we were not expecting to be good this year or decent, because they're decent right
I
now.
I'm a firm believer in teams getting better over time. That's why I said the Falcons are 2 3 years behind. But I don't think I wouldn't say I'm surprised they're playing better than last year because Bryce Young just needed to get his feet wet. Because in last week's podcast, I was telling you how I believe every quarterback deserves 3 to 4 years of development.
You did.
Starting off as just a rookie, it's rare for a Jaden Daniels. That's
Hmm.
rare. You're never really gonna see a rookie go out there and just play great. It just don't happen that often, and when it do happen, it's rare. And so with that being said, I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers keep getting better, especially if they keep drafting the right pieces to build around Bryce Young. And Bryce Young's a shorter quarterback, so I would like to see them focus on the big boys in the trenches, honestly,
D
to get him a
Sci
protection.
says birds all day. I'm with you on that. And then he's voting for he's his pick is the Bills. I personally I'm with the Bills.
I'm with the Bills too,
It's
100%.
hard. It's hard. I love Bryce's bounce back. However, you're going up against an aggressive Bills defense. They hit you. They make you think. They make you think, and they make you struggle when you think. And every football player knows, don't think, just do. Once you
Yep,
start thinking, you put yourself in a bad situation. So my money's on the Bills.
me too. We're
All
in
right,
agreement.
we're in agreement. Bills all day. 49ers Texans. Oh Lord, it's a no-brainer for me. After last week watching the 49ers, I got it. The 49ers running game is coming into its own. Christian ran for almost damn near 200 yards. And
So are you
this is
trying to
one
say
of
you guys are
those.
49ers?
I love going home safely. So I'm married to a 49ers fan, so my money's on the Niners. Go Niners.
Okay, okay, that's a good reason. Um, I go Texans here. I go
What?
Texans here because there's always them games you're gonna get that's oh
I need
that's
answers on that one, bro.
I'm answer it. So there's always some games that you be like, oh yeah, that's for sure, and then they end up losing. Then you actually start. Then after the game, you think about it, and you're like, that was a better than I that okay.
Yeah, yeah,
And this game, my first thought is 49ers. They're obviously the better looking team, but honestly, the Texans' offense, if they can find themselves, because defensively they're a top five defense in the NFL. I mean, and they got a great defensive coordinator. That defense is stacked and they're ready to play, and they come in to hit.
but the problem
And
is you're struggling on offense.
we done seen teams struggle on offense one week and then lit up the scoreboard the next.
You right.
So
You right. You are
there's
absolutely
there's
right.
gonna be every week there's games where a team that's supposed to win that you would think like a no-brainer. When you think about it deeper, it's like, well, the Texans do have a good defense, and well, their offense haven't been clicking, but that he has proven when they do click, they go on fire. But they got a good defense. But then you could look at the opposing side and you look at the 49ers. You could say the same thing. Yeah, their defense is great. They got a lot of injuries too on defense, and their offense is wishy-washy. Yeah, they had a good week last week, but weeks prior they've been struggling.
They have.
So I
They
mean,
have.
I think it's a way closer game when you look deeper into it than when you just first look at it with a first view of it. So I got
D
Texans in this game.
Cy says he wants CJ to get a win as well, so he's siding with you. I'm still going with the Niners. It's hard to go against what you've seen. They passed the eye test. The defense is still there. It's really hard to get for me to go against defense. Defense wins championships. And shout out to our DJ as well. But it's hard to go against the defense when the defense has
You
shown you,
you think the 49ers have better defense with all the injuries?
even with all the injuries,
That's
yes. When they
crazy.
get healthy, that defense
Their
is
their heart and soul. Fred Warner is not playing this weekend.
he's not, but that doesn't mean that the defense falls apart, you know. And you've been part of a team where you lost key players on defense, but the defense still held it together. I've been part of teams with that
Yeah,
same mentality. So this is a next man up mentality, and it's working. You're still you're still in the hunt for your division. You're still in the hunt for playoffs. The Texans aren't around there yet.
but one thing that scared me about this game for the 49ers, Michael Penix Jr. was throwing the ball relatively well. I mean, there wasn't a lot of points scored for the Falcons last week versus 49ers, but he was throwing that relatively well. And if CJ Stroud is able to get hot, then it could be something dangerous.
And now we're here joined by the owner of the Golden Tavern, Caleb. Caleb, how are you tonight?
I'm good. I'm good.
All right, so we're gonna move on to this game before we go. One more game before we go to commercial. Eagles versus Giants Turnpike rivalry. Giants, even though they lost to Denver, Giants have been playing great offensively. You have been struggling on defense to a degree. Jalen has been playing well, but defensively against your own divisional opponents, you have struggled so far. You struggled against the Dallas Cowboys. You're seeing it's rivalry. This is a rivalry. This isn't another game on the list. This is the Turnpike rivalry. What are you thinking going into this?
Well, first off, Eagles lost them 2 weeks ago. I'm surprised that they already are playing again. As you know, divisional games you play twice a year, and I just don't see the Eagles losing back-to-back times in the span of 1 month. That means they played twice in just 1 month. I just don't see the Eagles losing to the Giants 2 times in 1 month. I just don't see it happening. I don't want to think about it too deeply with the X's and O's part. Jackson Dart is playing relatively well, and that offense is finding their identity. They didn't play last week. They played even in a loss last week to the Broncos. They played terrific with the offensively. It was the defense's fault, and they're going to be coming in this game playing hard. They're gonna be in this game playing hard because they was really mad. They was really
They
pissed.
were, they
They was
were.
ticked off about the loss. So the Giants are gonna come in with an edge on their chip on their shoulder. So that right there can scare me a little bit with the Eagles, but I'm not gonna let it scare me enough. Give me the Eagles in this game.
I gotta agree with you. Yo, swap the records. Eagles 5-2, Giants 2-5.
Definitely better than the record though.
Better Giants are better
Better than
than their
their
record
record.
shows. You beat me to it. Giants are better than their record shows. However, we've seen what this Eagles defense does to quarterbacks. Jackson Dart,
Hmm.
everybody's trying to figure him out, but you can't because he's the new guy, just like we saw with Mahomes.
Hmm.
I am not sold on Jackson Dart just yet. And it's not because he can't play. It's because I want to see what you can do against a foe that you know has a great defense.
I mean,
Oh, excuse me.
he played great last time them and the Eagles
And,
played.
and but
And I'm gonna toot my little horn a little bit. Before you got help my other podcast, Facts Over Feelings. I said this on my personal podcast. Before the draft, Jackson Dart is the best quarterback in this draft, and he has proven it this year so far. He's playing the best as a rookie so far, and I still stand by my pick. I've been sold by Jackson Dart since college.
what again?
I don't think he's.
It's not that I'm not sold on him. It's just you're 7 game, or you're not even 7 games in. You're what, 3, 4 games in because you got bent. You replaced Russell Wilson.
Yep.
You're 3, 4 games in. You're not a complete season in. So what are you gonna do this time around that's gonna be different to help you win? Is what I want to see because we already know this Eagles defense is out for blood. You lost to him already. That ain't sit right.
And they scored 34 points on his Eagles defense.
Exactly. You really think that this Eagles defense is gonna let that slide?
No,
Yeah.
I'm an Eagles fan. I don't want it to slide, but I think, unfortunate for me, because I'm an Eagles fan, the Giants are building something currently right now. Hopefully, they be the regular Giants and ruin it for themselves, like always. But I'm not that much of a hater on the Giants as I am the Cowboys.
Hey, look, I don't even mess with the NFC East. I just leave it where it is. Let them fight it. Let y'all fight it out. All right, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, but on the way back, we're gonna do the rest of the NFL for Sunday and Monday, and then you said you want to hit me with this NCAA talk, so we're gonna hit the NCAA.
All
So
right.
stick with us. We'll be right back. You are watching Fourth and 15 here on the 216 Sports Network. Got a taste for something sweet? Planning a party? Or just want a midnight snack? Clarissa's Confections is a local treat maker here in Cleveland and has made many delectable and delicious treats for the young and old. Her treats are made to order and can be customized to your needs and any occasion. To place your orders, email her at sweetsbyclarice@gmail.com or call her at 440-805-4303.
I've been spending time in the dojo. Clocked
I
in.
know last week you guys saw the post. A lot of you reached out to the inbox. We have an official date for the EFW Open House. We're going to do September 27th and 28th. It's still 2 days. Let me run down the rules one more time. Day one, we're taking in all beginners. I don't care, manager, timekeeper, bell ringer, I don't care what it is. Here's your opportunity to do so. 27th and 28th. We're going to give you 2 days. 2 days to show me what you got, right? At the end of the second day, one lucky person is going to earn 2 months free training here at EFW Dojo. That's to all new trainees. Zero experience, guys, okay? For my trained professional wrestlers, don't care if you're 6 months, 2 months, 3 months, 20 years, 30 years, 15 days. If you feel like you're a trained professional wrestler and you want to come in and work for EFW, here's your opportunity. Again, 2 days. First day, we're going to give you an evaluation. We're going to go through all the details and what we expect to see from you. Day two, you're going to actually show me. 8-minute match. Show it. Show me what you're made of. At the end of day two, one lucky person is going to get selected to be on EFW4 at Esterbrook November 1st in an actual match on the main card. That's what we got for you guys. It's an open house. Come show me what you're worth, guys. Come do it. Come train here, EFW Dojo. Until then, keep fighting.
Do you want?
And we are back. All right, we're going to finish out the NFL talk. So we're going back into it. Buccaneers and Saints, NFC South. Buccaneers weren't happy about their loss to the Lions, but it's only their second loss of the season. So, with that, do they bounce back and continue the division lead, or is it the Saints catching the Buccaneers slipping?
The Buccaneers got a lot of injuries offensively. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield disappointed me very, very heavily last game. They had, I'm not going to say winnable. I mean, it was winnable Monday night, but I was very disappointed by the way Baker was passing the ball, throwing it. It just looked like, with all the injuries on offense, the offense looked so discombobulated and just didn't look like they looked like they lost their whole identity. They looked fine when Mike Evans was in, but then after that injury, it was sad to see how out of it he looked, honestly.
Yeah,
But with after that injury, they just looked like they lost their identity. And even before he came back, like they was playing good, but like that whole game, they looked like they lost their identity. And this might be a big match for the Saints to get an upset at home if that offense still looks the same. Because no matter how good your defense is, if you can't score points or have no identity on the offensive end, it doesn't matter.
it does. You're absolutely right. All right, so I'm going with the Bucks. I think they bounce back,
I'm gonna
and
go Bucks here too, but I think this could be a game for upset.
it upset special then. Upset special. Next game, Colts versus Titans. Titans are struggling. Cam Ward does not look the greatest, but he has tried to, keep the team afloat. I don't think the Colts are going to let off the gas.
The Colts are every year we get a surprise team, and this year we found out our surprise team pretty early, unless they just seem to mess it up towards the end. But the like you said, the Titans are struggling. Cam Ward is making rookie mistakes. He don't. I'm not gonna say he looks bad. He don't look that bad,
The
honestly.
Titans aren't what we thought they were going to be, especially after losing Derrick Henry.
Yeah, and
Now imagine if Derrick Henry stays in Tennessee and they get Cam Ward. I think the offense looks a little bit different.
yeah,
However, that is
because
not the case here.
Cam Ward don't look like, oh, he's a bust. He just looks like he needs better players around him. It's like I said, it's hard for a rookie to go in especially with a non-good team. This is why I was saying on the last podcast the Browns were always failing to find a great franchise quarterback, and that's because they're always putting a rookie in a effed up situation, a bad situation. Teams got to stop doing that. When your team is that bad and you're rebuilding as a team, when you're rebuilding, your first draft pick shouldn't be a quarterback. It should be offensive line, running backs, defensive line, and defense. You should never just go out and draft a quarterback when you have a bad team because you're setting him up for failure. And then when he plays bad, you're gonna
Now it's his fault.
now it's his fault. Everyone, oh, he's a bust, he's a bust, he's a bust. When in reality, from the start, he got set up from failure, and that's why I think the Browns fell into the problems with they keep having terrible teams and kept bringing just a first round pick. They'll first pick of the draft. They'll draft a quarterback. That
Right.
you're putting him in a bad situation,
You are absolutely
and
right.
the
And we've
Titans
seen
got
this.
him in a bad situation, but he's not playing that bad.
And we've
So
seen this too many times throughout the course of the last 15 to 20 years. So
yeah.
I agree.
So you got Colts.
I have Colts.
I
Now, I don't think the Colts are going to let up. They've been on a
I want to
tear.
pick the Titans 'cause I want to be different, but I can't. And plus, their owner looks good, so I'll pick the Colts. See on the sideline. I mean, like, I'm not gonna
This
lie.
guy. All right. Cowboys versus Broncos. Broncos coming off the win. Cowboys middle of the pack.
The Cowboys are a really good team. Only if they had a defense. Like, oh my goodness, their
That
offense,
Micah Parsons trade.
dude,
How's it looking now?
their offense be sparking, dude. Their offense is
I'm not against the
their
offense,
offense is
but again, you're talking
crazy.
to a former defensive player. I need to know we gonna stop some people. I ain't trying to be out on the field 50 minutes a game, man. I've been there. It ain't fun. So realistically, I gotta go with the Broncos on this one.
I'm not a Cowboys fan, as you know, but give me the Cowboys in the upset at home. What time is the game? What time is that game?
That is a 425 game in Colorado.
Give me the Cowboys still.
I
Give me
got
the
the
Cowboys.
Broncos. I
You know
got
I'm
the
not. You know I'm
Broncos.
not a Cowboys fan. I think this offense is good, and the Broncos had a comeback win. I mean, if they play anything like that first three quarters, Cowboys are gonna win by a lot. That's what I'll say. And they better not let the Cowboys get a big lead because with that offense, I don't
Man,
know if you let them get a big lead.
defense wins championships. I'm not changing my pick. Give me the Broncos. And the Monday night, that's a Sunday night special. Monday night special.
Oh, so that's 8:30.
Yeah, actually,
Oh,
wait, is
oh
that
no, no, no.
8:30? No. Let's check that. Which was the Viking? No, Vikings
That's
Chargers was
Thursday.
Vikings Chargers is the Thursday night special. So are we looking?
They're not showing Monday night, or yeah, they're not showing Monday night,
I don't know.
or there's no Monday night games this
The
week.
Monday night special is the Commanders and Chiefs.
Yeah.
Ah,
So what's the 8 o'clock game then?
that's a good question. We'll look it up. We'll get back to you guys on that. Um, realistically, um, I the
I
Commanders.
hate this. I hate it. I gotta pick the Chiefs because the Commanders don't look that good this year, and I don't want to pick the Chiefs, but they're gonna win, so you might as well just say
I
it.
don't want to pick the Chiefs either. However,
However, they're gonna win.
it's Patrick Mahomes, Mahomie Magic, whatever you want to call it. It's there, and they're. It was a slow start, but they're turning it around at the right time. So I got to go with the Chiefs. I just got. There's no way around it. As much as I don't want to, I have to. With that being said, NFL talk is out the way. Now we move on to NCAA. And you said you wanted to do this the right way, so here we go. We're gonna go through
We're gonna do
the top 25.
Yeah, we're gonna do top 20. We're gonna predict the. You either can pick the spread or money line for five top 25 games,
Okay.
and we're gonna go see who has a better record for top 25 games only.
All right.
And I can pull the top 25 schedule for you,
Five top 25 games.
or
So
no, the whole top 25 because it's
okay.
not that much top 25 teams. I can pull that up fast for you, just the top 25.
I got the top 25 right here.
Okay, okay.
So we'll go down the line on my
How many top
ESPN.
25 games are there?
This week I got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
All right, so
16, 17, 18, 19 top
let's do
25
let's do
games.
only top 25s playing each other. So we're gonna do the Texas A&M, LSU,
You this guy.
Vanderbilt, Missouri, Ole Miss, Oklahoma,
Okay. All right. I see where this is going.
and then we can, and then yeah, we're just do them 3 games.
All right. I got you.
All right,
We can do that.
for our bet for this.
So Ohio State's off this week.
Yep.
So I'll start with the Ole Miss Oklahoma game. Ole Miss let me down. I really thought they were going to take down Georgia. Oklahoma's only slip up is against Texas in the Red River Shootout, Red River rivalry, whatever you want to call it. I got to go with Oklahoma. Norman is a tough place to play,
100%.
especially for a team that's never. I ain't gonna say never, but a team that has not been there in a while. And I'm not talking about overall. I'm talking about historically. I don't remember Ole Miss going to Oklahoma a lot. I think Ole Miss slips up, makes a big mistake in the turnover game. If you can't out turnover Oklahoma on defense, you're gonna have problems. Give me Oklahoma.
In this game, and last
And
game with
and this is
Georgia.
a noon game.
Okay, in last game, and then when Georgia beat Ole Miss, Ole Miss was up, but as always, Kirby Smart and Georgia when they're losing, they showed it with Tennessee. They got plot armor. If you don't know what plot armor is, it's a main character that just surprisingly wins when he shouldn't win, and that's Georgia. Then when they're just so I don't even blame them Ole Miss for losing. Give me Ole Miss in this game. I like Ole Miss. They're not a bad
I
team. I
I
just can't see Ole Miss losing back to back weeks. I think this is the downfall to Oklahoma. I don't think
I don't
Oklahoma
think
makes the
it's.
playoffs this year.
I don't even think.
I think this is a downfall to Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma gets their second loss in this game. They're two great defenses playing. Like you said, 7 o'clock game. If this was a
No,
no,
this
it's
is a
noon.
noon
That's what I
game.
meant. If it was 7 o'clock game, I might have thought differently and changed my pick. But I just don't see Ole Miss losing back to back weeks. Give me Ole Miss in this game straight out.
Okay, so you got Ole Miss, I got Oklahoma. Everybody watching at home, mark this down. He's got Ole Miss, I got Oklahoma. Next top 25, you said we were doing three. So top 25 versus each other. Vanderbilt versus Missouri. Both teams come in with identical records. Both, like Missouri's only slip up came early. Vanderbilt's slip up came against Alabama. This has been a while since we've seen Vanderbilt look the way they had. Not since Jay Cutler. For those of y'all that don't remember, that was the last time Vanderbilt was good. It was Jay Cutler. Give me Vandy at home, 3:30 game. Give me Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's defense has been looking like they want to win for once, even against Alabama. You're not there yet, but you're there enough to where you gave Alabama a scare. Give me if anytime you were that team that was at the bottom of the barrel, and now you're trying to fight your way out. Give me the Commodores.
I,
Easy like Sunday morning.
I got the Commodores also in this game. Uh, Missouri got a good defensive line. I'm not sold on Bo Perbula. He's a good college quarterback. He's not gonna be able to. He's not an NFL guy in my opinion. Luckily, it's not an NFL game for him. So
That's harsh.
I
That's
got
tough.
Vanderbilt. I know Bo Perbula is a great quarterback. I just think he's at his ceiling. I think there's like I don't know if he gets better. And I like Missouri as a team. They went into Auburn and got a win at a 7 o'clock night game in Auburn. And that's really tough to
That's very
do.
tough to do.
That's very tough to
Very
do.
to
And
you, man.
that
You hit that one right on the
and
head.
then went in overtime and beat them in overtime. Away game at night is just crazy to think. So clearly Missouri's a great team this year. Missouri only lost is to Alabama too. So both of these teams, with both close losses to Bama, are playing each other. They both got mutual losses, the same
Hmm.
record, both losing to the same team, and necessarily by closer margins. I mean, Missouri played a better game to Alabama than
They did.
Vanderbilt.
They did.
They played Alabama way better than Vanderbilt, but then again, I think Vanderbilt would have played better if they didn't have a lot of turnovers. Because if you don't remember, Diego Pavia turned the ball over in the red zone, and you can't do that. So I mean, still give me Vanderbilt in this game. I
I
think,
can't go against Vanderbilt because again,
I think they got the Heisman Trophy winner on their team in Diego
really,
Pavia.
really,
Yeah,
that's that early Heisman pick.
yeah.
Early Heisman pick.
Unless he goes out there and
And lays an egg.
yeah and pees the bed on this Saturday,
I don't
then
think
my
he will.
mind changed. Right.
I don't think he
I don't
will.
think he will either.
They're too close. Because again, this is the SEC. Everybody swears up and down the SEC's a pro ready league, which in the past they would be. However, the Big Ten has something to say about that. Big 12 has always had something to say about that. Now the ACC is having something to say about that. So I'm not saying it's not that, but when was the last time you saw, and this is a question for everybody at home as well, when was the last time you saw the Vanderbilt Commodores in contention for an SEC title?
Hmm.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. If it ever been a time.
It's been a while.
If it ever been a time,
It's
then
been a while.
I know there's some hardcore Vanderbilt fans that will tell you a
It,
specific year they
Jay
thought.
Cutler probably want to fight us right now. Jay, I'm sorry. All right. Last top 25 matchup with ranked teams versus each other. Texas A&M going into Death Valley to play the LSU Tigers.
In night, Death Valley.
Mind you, let's keep this in mind. Texas A&M, the number 3 team in the country at 7-0. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
If you listen to Facts or Feelings, last year this was a team that I was so high on, and everyone was like, "Oh, you're crazy," and they end up having a bad rest of the year because of injuries. People say, "Oh, you're still crazy," da, 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 da. And I was trying to tell you guys, this team was good last year. They played LSU last year, lost a close game, and I think that's when the running back, I forgot his name, but he got injured last year. I think it was against SU. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I like Texas A&M. I've been liking them. They got a great receiving core. Marcel Reed, the quarterback for Texas A&M. He's not the greatest, but he gets the ball there, and he's elusive and fast, and he's a run threat. And this Texas A&M defense is playing great. I'm pretty sure that LSU's like undefeated or lost like one game in the past couple years in Death Valley at night. But I think this is the game where they lose just to a superior team. LSU is struggling. They just lost the second game of the year,
Hmm.
and give me Texas A&M to keep rolling.
It is hard to win in Death Valley. Very hard, especially at night. And you know LSU plays predominantly night games, especially in October. I gotta say, this is gonna be a tough one. Give me LSU in the upset special.
Now that's a good pick, honestly, because when I first saw this game, I was like, man, if LSU won, I wouldn't be that shocked, honestly, because they're that good.
Again, there's only 3 top 25 matchups where the ranked teams play each other. We just named them, but if you want us to go through the belt, the rest of the belt, uh, Miami plays Stanford. Stanford's struggling, obviously. I'm looking for Miami to bounce back. Um, UCLA and Indiana. UCLA obviously is not a Big Ten team. We've seen that. Indiana playing like men with a mission. They're the number 2 team in the country after Miami took the loss against
So
Louisville.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this is back about the LSU night game. Since 2000, the record is 49-5.
Texas A&M, you got your work cut out for you, man. It's gonna be hard. I just said it,
That
but
that place is cursed.
so again, UCLA and Indiana. Give me Indiana. Give me Indiana. UCLA is not playing. They're not used to playing noon games.
I, I
They're
like
not used to playing noon games.
I like what Kirk Cinetti, the Indiana head coach, said about this game, and this is why I got Indiana. He said a reporter asked, "How do you feel about playing UCLA?" He said, first thing he said was, "We're playing a 3-0 team." As soon as their head coach got fired, these dudes went 3-0. So clearly they found something.
They did. They did.
Clearly they're a good football team. We're playing a 3-0 football team. And when you have a head coach with that type of mindset, this is their year to show the relevancy. I don't know if this is their year to win it all or win a Big Ten championship. Too early to say right now,
Hmm.
but this is definitely a different Indiana team and a different
Very
Indiana
different.
program.
We have not
So,
seen an Indiana team like this since Antoine Randall.
and that's because of head coaching. And just that alone gives me Indiana in this game.
I'm going with the reason I'm going with Indiana is because of this. Again, we have not seen an Indiana team this strong since Antoine Randall. Don't get me wrong, Michael Penix Jr. Those teams were great. However, you're going against a 3-0 UCLA team. This team is not Big Ten ready yet. And it's not to say that they can't be in the future. But again, you're a West Coast team who's playing consistent East Eastern time zone teams. That's gonna wear and tear on you physically.
Yes, just how when the teams travel all the way to play them guys,
But
now they're
again,
traveling to Indiana.
you're coming from the Pac-12 where your games are essentially 7 o'clock games to us, or 10 o'clock games to
Yeah, I
us.
remember still watching
Pac-12
Pac-12
after
games.
dark.
Yeah, at like 2 in
After
the
dark.
morning.
Now you're coming in a noon game in Bloomington, Indiana. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good spot for the UCLA Bruins. I think they're a good team, but I don't like them in this game.
I don't either. Syracuse plays Georgia Tech. Syracuse struggling this year. Georgia Tech not looking back. They're gearing up for that war between the hedges. Um, I gotta go with Georgia Tech at home.
I like Georgia Tech too here, but I'm saying it here. I'm saying it now. Georgia Tech. I don't think they're gonna go unscathed this whole season.
They're not.
I think there's a team that will upset them. I just don't know if Syracuse is a team. So give me Georgia Tech in this game.
I don't think it's Syracuse either. But again, you're going to Bobby Dodd Stadium in A Town. Got to go with Ramblin' Rick. Virginia plays North Carolina. The Belichick thing is not really. It's his first year,
This
granted,
Virginia team's really good too.
but it's a very good Virginia team. Good point. I don't think Belichick was a good fit for the Tar Heels. Just being honest. That's not to say it can't change. Not saying it can't change, but right about now, it's not looking good. Offensively, you're struggling. Defensively, you're struggling. Virginia is looking to make a case for the ACC title. Give me the Cavaliers.
Yeah, I also got the Cavaliers in this position too. I think it's gonna be the quite opposite of last year's game. I went to the last year's game, Virginia versus North Carolina. It was in Virginia, so this year it's in North Carolina. That game was a blowout in North Carolina. When I went to that game because my cousin plays for North Carolina last year. He transferred. Shout out to Michael Short, balling out there. He plays for Virginia Tech now, but I was watching them play last year, and North Carolina blew out Virginia, and I think it's the complete opposite. I think Virginia to goes into the Tar Heel Stadium in Chapel Hill and beats them in a very easy blowout type of win.
Damn, you said blowout.
Yeah,
That's tough.
say how it
Uh,
is.
South Florida and Memphis, both identical records, 6-1. South Florida not playing around. Maybe it was Memphis. Give me Memphis at home at the Liberty Bowl.
Hmm.
It's hard to go against a Memphis team when they're literally ready for anything. Give me Memphis. They've shown they've made the Liberty Bowl hard to deal with.
Now, don't get me wrong. Memphis is a good team, and definitely have the players to beat this South Carolina team. I just don't see it happening. Bri- Byron Brown has been playing terrific. I don't know if you've watched South Florida play yet this year, but their quarterback has has a serious chance for Heisman too. I mean, 6'5" dual threat QB. He was injured past couple years, so we trying to make up for them injured years. I think this is a good spot for South Carolina, and they have been hot. They was the underdogs versus the North Texas team last week, and absolutely obliterated them when it was the underdogs in that
It's
game.
North Texas,
But North
man.
Texas is a good team this year.
They
Same
are,
thing like
but it's
Memphis.
North Texas because North Texas gives me Texas State Armadillo vibes. They're trying, but there's going to be one game where they just let it go and they shouldn't have.
Right.
So with that, I'm still going with Memphis because that Liberty Bowl.
Give me South Florida.
Whoop,
I like South. I think South Florida is going to be the team that I think they're going to be the reserve team for the playoffs. I think they're going to be the 12th seed for the playoffs this year.
Memphis,
No,
South Florida.
South Florida.
Oh, okay.
They should be that 12th seed.
Bold prediction. We'll see though.
What is their rank right now? 15?
They are
18.
18.
Okay.
So we'll see. The initial CFP rankings come out November 4th. So that's a couple weeks away, about a week or so away. So we'll see. BYU goes into Iowa State. Uh, give me BYU. BYU's defense is what kept them in games. I don't like the way they've been playing the last couple of weeks, playing these close games when they should be blowing teams out. However, they've been winning. A win's a win. I think they make it 8-0 this week. Give me the Cougars.
Iowa State has also been winning too this year, ever since their first loss to No, they didn't lose to Iowa. I forgot who they lost to, but Iowa State lost. I think just one game this year. I like Iowa State a lot. I mean, give me Iowa State in this matchup. BYU, they played Utah closer than I thought they would have. I like BYU and I like Barrett Brockmeyer. I think the Iowa State football team is more of a veteran team. I think Rocco Beck is gonna have a good game in this game. Give me Iowa State in this game versus BYU.
Fair enough. Excuse me, Illinois and Washington. Both teams have lost to Ohio State. Both teams identical records. You got to go to Seattle. I'm looking for Washington to make a case to try to sneak into the Big Ten championship. You still got to go through Wisconsin. You got to go through Oregon. Give me the Huskies at home.
Yeah, the Huskies don't lose at home. Just letting everybody know. Before the Buckeyes went into the Husky Stadium and beat Washington, they I think they was at a 29-0. Like their previous 29 home games, they haven't lost. So this team doesn't lose at home. They just played a superior Ohio State team, so of course they lost at home. Give me the Huskies in this game. And on your point of them sneaking into the Big Ten championship, I think Michigan might have killed that last week. They might
It's
have.
never too late. It's never too late. Oklahoma State, Texas Tech. I'm just gonna we're because it's no point in it. It's the Big 12. Give me the Red Raiders. It's Oklahoma State, man. They've been
Terrible ever since
Mike
Ollie Gordon.
and Gundy's fired. Give me the Red Raiders. No brainer.
Yeah, even with Ollie Gordon, his last year they was terrible. I mean, I'm talking about his year before his last year they was good, I guess. But yeah,
Yeah,
terrible for them.
give me. It's. I don't even want to talk about that one more than we
Texas
have
Tech.
to. Give me the Red Raiders. Texas goes up against. Excuse me. Baylor goes up against Cincinnati at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's only got one loss. Baylor's been struggling on defense. Cincinnati at home, baby. I'm going with the Ohio teams. Give me Cincinnati.
Cincinnati is a great team. I like their quarterback there. I think you said one loss team or two
One
loss.
loss team.
Only lost to Nebraska. The Nebraska team who is
How the
elevating and
hell do
playing.
you lose to
I don't
Nebraska?
know. I watched that game. It was a good first game.
That's not the point, bro.
But
How do you
Baylor, like you said,
Nebraska?
what's interesting about this game? These are two high-powered offenses coming to play each other. Baylor's offense, they got star players on the offensive end. Like you said, they've been struggling on defense, and Cincinnati's defense is wishy-washy. But I think Cincinnati has a better defense. So give me the better defenses. Give me the better defense with two great offenses playing each other. I think Baylor keeps it close, but I think at the end,
I don't think Baylor keeps this
I
close.
think
After
Baylor keeps
last
it
week,
close.
after last week with uh with the way that um with the way that uh Cincinnati played last week, I gotta go with Cincinnati.
Yeah, I agree on this. I got Cincinnati too.
All right, moving on.